Tired of waiting for a better future? What if I told you that Australia is actively looking for people just like you, skilled, driven, and ready to build a new life? In this video, I'm going to show you the latest PR pathways for 2025 that could be your one-way ticket to permanent residency in Australia. No fluff, just real, up-to-date options you can act on today. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're planning to move to Australia or still figuring out the right way to get permanent residency, then this video is going to help you a lot. Today, we're talking about the latest PR pathways for 2025, real options that can change your future. So make sure to watch till the end, and if you're new here, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment with your questions, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. Australia continues to be one of the most desirable countries in the world to live in. With its high quality of life, excellent health care, education, and job opportunities, it's no surprise that thousands of people want to become permanent residents every year. But to get there, you need to know the right pathway, the latest rules, and how to meet the requirements. First, let's understand that Australian permanent residency is not a one-size-fits-all process. There are different types of visas and routes depending on your profile. For example, your education, work experience, skills, age, and even location all play a role in determining which pathway is right for you. One of the most common ways people apply for PR is through the General Skilled Migration Program. This program is designed for people who have skills that are in demand in the Australian economy. It includes three main visa subclasses, 189, 190, and 491. The 189 visa is for skilled workers who are not sponsored by a state, territory, or family member. It's a points-tested visa, and you must have an occupation listed on the medium and long-term strategic skills list. The minimum points needed is 65, but in reality, most invitations go to people scoring much higher than that. Your points are calculated based on your age, English skills, qualifications, work experience, and other factors. The 190 visa is a bit different. It requires nomination by a state or territory government. If you're nominated, you get an extra 5 points. This is a great option if your occupation is on a state-specific list and you're willing to commit to living and working in that state. Once approved, the 190 visa gives you direct permanent residency. The 491 visa is a regional visa. It's temporary but leads to permanent residency later. It's for people who are willing to live and work in designated regional areas of Australia. These areas include everywhere except the major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. The 491 visa is valid for 5 years, and if you live in a regional area for 3 years and meet the income requirement, you can apply for the 191 visa, which gives you PR. This is a great way to boost your chances, especially if your points are low or you're struggling to get an invitation in the regular pool. Now let's talk about international students. If you've studied in Australia for at least 2 years, you might be eligible for the temporary graduate visa, Subclass 485. This visa allows you to stay in Australia after graduation to gain work experience. There are 2 streams, the graduate work stream and the post-study work stream. Depending on your qualification and the region you studied in, you can get anywhere from 18 months to 6 years of stay. In 2025, Australia is continuing its push to attract students into high-demand fields like nursing, engineering, teaching, and IT. If you've studied in these areas, your chances of getting PR increase because they align with Australia's skill shortages. Also, studying in a regional area gives you extra PR points and longer stay after graduation. During your time on the 485 visa, you can improve your points, gain work experience, and prepare to apply for a skilled visa like 189 or 190. Another powerful pathway is employer sponsorship. If you have a job offer from an Australian employer, you might be able to apply for a work visa that leads to PR. In 2025, the main options here are the 482, 186, and 494 visas. The 482 visa is for temporary skilled workers. You need to be sponsored by an employer who can't find an Australian worker to fill the role. Depending on your occupation and stream, you might be able to apply for PR after working for 2 or 3 years. The 186 visa is the employer nomination scheme. It's a direct PR visa, but you need to have a certain level of experience, English skills, and meet the age requirement. Usually, people move from 482 to 186 after fulfilling their work period with the sponsoring employer. The 494 visa is for regional employer-sponsored workers. Similar to the 491 visa, it requires you to work in a regional area. After 3 years on this visa, you can apply for PR through the 191 visa, as long as you meet income and residency requirements. The benefit of employer-sponsored pathways is that you don't need to worry about points. If your employer supports you and the job is genuine, your application is mostly based on meeting the basic criteria, like qualifications, skills assessment, English, and health requirements. Now let's talk about the Global Talent Visa. This is a direct PR option for highly skilled individuals working in future-focused sectors such as technology, engineering, agriculture tech, financial tech, health, and space industries. The Global Talent Visa subclass is 858. To be eligible, you must be internationally recognized in your field and have the potential to earn a high income in Australia. You'll also need a nominator, someone who is an Australian citizen, PR holder, or organization with a national reputation in your area of expertise. This is one of the fastest ways to get PR if you meet the criteria, and it bypasses the points test entirely. Family and partner visas are also important pathways. If your spouse or partner is an Australian citizen or permanent resident, you can apply for a partner visa. This includes Subclass 820 and 801. You start with a temporary visa, and after 2 years, you become eligible for permanent residency through the second stage. To succeed with a partner visa, you need to provide strong evidence of a genuine relationship. This includes shared financial commitments, living arrangements, joint travel, communication records, and more. Although processing times can be long, it's a reliable route if you're in a committed relationship with an Australian resident or citizen. Family reunion visas are also available for parents, children, and certain other relatives. However, these usually have longer wait times and require the sponsor in Australia to meet specific income and residency requirements. Another route worth mentioning is the Business Innovation and Investment Program. This is for people who want to invest in Australia or start a business. It includes various streams under the 188 visa and can lead to permanent residency through the 888 visa. The eligibility criteria include having a successful business background, a certain level of net assets, and a willingness to invest a minimum amount in Australia. Now let's talk about something that applies to most skilled visa types, the points test. Your points determine your eligibility and how likely you are to get an invitation to apply. Here's a quick breakdown of how you earn points. You get the most points for being aged between 25 and 32. You earn more points for higher English language scores. Aim for superior English. You get points for skilled work experience both overseas and within Australia. You earn points for higher education, especially if the qualification is from Australia. You also get points for having a partner with skills, completing study in a regional area, knowing a community language, or being nominated by a state or region. If your points are low, you can improve them by retaking the English test, getting more work experience, studying in Australia, or adding your partner skills to your application. So, how do you know which pathway is right for you? That depends on your current visa status, occupation, goals, and timeline. If you're overseas, check the skilled occupation lists and calculate your points to see if you can apply for a 189 or 190 visa. If you're already in Australia studying or working, look at transitioning through graduate or employer-sponsored routes. If you have a partner who's Australian, look into the partner visa. And if you're in a highly skilled profession, consider the Global Talent Visa. In 2025, Australia continues to focus on regional migration and addressing critical skill shortages. This means regional visas like 491 and 494 offer great opportunities. Also, state and territory nomination programs are constantly evolving, so make sure you stay updated with their websites and requirements. Before applying for any visa, make sure your documents are ready. This includes your passport, education certificates, English test results like IELTS or PTE, skills assessment, and employment references. Missing or incorrect documents can delay or even ruin your chances. Now, let's go over a few common mistakes people make. Not checking if their occupation is on the correct list. Underestimating the importance of the English test. Applying without a valid skills assessment. Ignoring the latest changes in state nomination rules. Trying to apply on your own without understanding the full process. If you're serious about getting PR in Australia, it's often worth talking to a registered migration agent to get professional advice tailored to your case. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video made things clearer for you and gave you the motivation to take action. If you found this helpful, please give it a like, drop your thoughts or questions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more useful content about moving to Australia and building a better future. Your journey starts now, and I'm here to guide you along the way. See you in the next video.